The NASCAR Winston Cup Series heads to Thunder Valley, Bristol Motor Speedway today for the 2002 Food City 500. Rookie Kurt Busch scores yet another pole in his young but so far fairly successful NASCAR Winston Cup career.
Yeah, Kurt's been good at qualifying, but not so much finishing. We'll see what happens. Speaking of not so good at qualifying, big story, Petty Enterprises this week.
Yes, Petty Enterprises has let go of John Andretti, who failed to qualify for 4 out of the first 5 races, in favor of Todd Bodine, a free agent, after his ride closed down at Las Vegas after his previous sponsor, Kmart, went bankrupt.
Yeah, certainly going to be interesting to see what Todd can do in that 43 car, but also going to be interesting to see what Kurt can do in this 60 car today. Coming to green flag here, we are racing at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Busch gets a good jump there on Nadeau to take the lead on the start. We see Bobby Labonte and Jimmy Johnson side by side there for that third position. Nadeau is going to fall in line single file there for second as Busch comes around to lead that first lap and get 5 bonus points.
Yeah, great start by that 60 car. He's rolling away. Let's see, maybe today's the day we get a rookie winner. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Kurt, as we documented, been Busch still leading here at Bristol, but he's got company from Bobby Labonte and Jimmy Johnson. Johnson now looks underneath the 2000 champion. Go on board with him now as he tries to complete that pass and comes up to the bumper of Kurt Busch.
2 rookies out front here at Bristol. You know, we said at the beginning of the season that this was going to be a rookie class to remember, and they're showing us why right now. We got 2 of the rookies battling 2 of the last year's rookie there, Greg Biffle, and the champion of sport, Bobby Labonte, although it looks like Bobby Labonte has been able to slip around the outside of Kurt Busch and take the lead for himself.
Yeah, and you know, Chip, Labonte is actually on kind of a long winless streak dating back almost a year to Martinsville last spring, so he would certainly like to get back to victory lane today. We see Jimmy Johnson has gotten past Kurt Busch for second. Labonte continues to lead here at Bristol, although it looks like Johnson may be closing in here.
We got trouble back here. Small little crasher. Oh, it's getting a little bigger there. Brett Boudin, and there goes 27 into him. And, yeah, lots of trouble here, Bristol. Looks like Jason Leffler, as Leffler's teammate, Labonte, leads them back to flag.
A little contact there, too, between Labonte and the 23 of Buckshot Jones. We go on board here in the replay with Dale Earnhardt. Just absolutely nowhere for him to go.
Yeah, that's tough. That's the thing about Bristol. It's just so tight here. Looks like Dale got a little extra spin there on the end of that wreck. You know, if something starts happening in front of you, there's just nowhere to go.
Leaders headed down pit road now. Labonte leads them in, followed by Johnson and Gordon. Here comes the 18.
Yeah, we expect some to be 4 tires for most of these teams here today. You know, just get enough fuel to go to the end as Labonte finishes one side. Pole sitter Kurt Busch now coming to his stall, as well as 25 and Nadeau. Got some lap cars finishing their service as well. Let's see here who out of the leaders going to be the first off.
Looks like it's going to be Jimmy Johnson. That 48 car is going to get out, followed by Gordon and Bobby Hamilton. Johnson leads them back to the stripe, and we are once again racing here at Bristol. Lots of lap cars there on the inside.
See his teammate there, Jeff Gordon, is right behind him, and looks like Johnson getting caught behind Dale Earnhardt there, who's missing a hood now after that accident. That's going to allow Jeff to stay right on his bumper right now.
Great day here for Hendrick Motorsports with 2 of their cars up front, and of course Jeff Gordon is actually co-owner on that 48 car, so interesting position for him. Does he really want to pass that 48 right now?
Oh, come on, Bill. Who doesn't want to lead a Winston Cup race?
Yeah, I guess that's true, Chip. But yeah, Jimmy Johnson, great speed right now. A lot of credit goes to his crew chief, Ken House, who has been with Hendrick for a while, led Ken Schrader to his best ever points finish. He's back on the box this year with Johnson, and they seem to be doing some great things together.
Jimmy Johnson's got company here. One car, Steve Park, closing on his back bumper there. It's the lap cars of Hermie Sadler and Bill Elliott there in front of him, slowing up a little bit. See, Park is looking, got a nose to the inside of the 48, and it looks like he's going to try to make the pass here.
Well, Park's always been pretty good on these short tracks. He does not have a win on one yet, but led a lot of laps at Richmond a couple of years ago. As he gets around, actually Johnson got the wall there a little bit off turn 2. That's going to allow Jeff Gordon to get by him as well. Perhaps, although it looks like Johnson's going to try to use that lap car of Hermie Sadler as a pick here to get back by his teammate.
Whoa, almost contacted, actually. It looked like there was off the corner there between teammates. It's Park now pulling away here at Bristol. And that team, we really think, could be a championship contender this year. You know, they finished 5th in points last year. They just got to get a faster start. All the DEI cars were a little slow starting last year. Speaking of getting a good start, look who is up in the 4th position now. That is Bobby Hamilton in 92. That new partnership, Hamilton Milling Racing, with support from Chip Ganassi. He's doing well as Park's teammate, Dale Earnhardt Jr., battles the inside of him there, as does Rusty Wallace, who finished 2nd here last August.
Meanwhile, Park still leads here at Bristol as Jeff Gordon starts to close in here a little bit as he goes to the inside of the lap car of Johnny Benson. So that 43-2 of Todd Bodine still on the racetrack there, behind them a lap down, as now Gordon is right on the back bumper of that one car.
We go on board with Jeff here. Lots of traffic ahead. That should give him an opportunity, perhaps. Championship runner-up from last year. I'm sure would like to get back in victory lane.
They once again work to the inside of that wounded 3 car of Earnhardt. Gordon still remains on the back bumper there of Park. Single file through turns 1 and 2. You see those 2 red Dodges of Atwood and Elliott in front of the leaders, as now Gordon looks to the inside of Steve Park. He used the bump and run there, and he's going to lead this lap here at Bristol, although as the lap cars scatter in front of them, perhaps not for long.
All this lap traffic here as Johnny Benson now works back to the inside of Gordon, and Jared as well has allowed Jimmy Johnson to reel these 2 back in as well. So really all 3 leaders, all 3 Lemon Chevrolets, are right under a blanket here as they work their way through lap traffic at Bristol.
Gordon now has a little bit of a gap on the other cars. Jeff Gordon is now once again having some trouble here. He's getting reeled back in by Steve Park, struggling there on the inside. Looks like that's going to allow Park to get around the outside on Gordon. And now once again, Steve Park leads here at Bristol, as Gordon really struggling, similar to Rusty Wallace last August, just to get grip on the corner. That's taking him too tight in the corners. Looks like his teammate, Jimmy Johnson, is closing in as well. We go on board with Johnson. We see the 43 of Todd Bodine, the 23 of Buckshot Jones work their way around, as all this jostling behind has allowed Park to accumulate a massive lead here at Bristol.
Yeah, that one car, he loves seeing that in the mirror. Just keep fighting, boys, and they'll be able to run away here. He's coming up here, lap car Joe Nemechek. He does need to make sure he stays on the bottom, and actually he's not able to do that there. Benson got to the inside of him to go on board Jimmy Johnson, and with Park all the way up the bank in here, Johnson's going to close back in on him mighty quick.
Yes, and that is what's happening here, Chip. You see Park way up high. He is still leading this race, but although actually he may be able to jump around the outside here as Nemechek gets a little bit loose, and he is once again single file heel, and Johnson is now the one on the outside there behind Casey Atwood on the outside.
Yeah, hey, first time we really mentioned Casey this season. It's good to see him back in Winston Cup this year. Maybe he'll do some big things.
Yeah, certainly something to see, as Park now has accumulated a great, very comfortable lead here at Bristol.
Yeah, Steve might have this one in the bag.
Although we pan back now to Johnson, he is hanging tough now. He is back to the inside, and that is crucial, that he's not going to keep falling back. We think he may actually have a faster car than Park if he can get through the lap traffic.
There is a decent bit of traffic there between Park and Johnson. We'll see what happens. Although, look at this, Todd Bodine trying to get to the inside of Park here. That's going to put Park back on the outside. And now, if Atwood follows Bodine through, we go on board Johnson. That may be the way he gets the pass done here at Bristol in these closing stages.
Yes, look at this. Johnson going to the inside of Park. The rookie once again leading here at Bristol. This is only his 9th Winston Cup start. That would be a modern era record if he can hold on here.
Yeah, that certainly would be something. Jimmy Johnson is not somebody we really had our eye on out of these rookies. He's only won one Busch race. But, hey, you never want to bet against Rick Hendrick. White flag here for Johnson. He's coming off turn 2. I think he might just do this.
Yes, I think he might. It looks like Bobby Hamilton gets around park there for second place. But coming off of turn 4, El Cajon, California's Jimmy Johnson shocks the world in just his 9th start. The rookie wins at Bristol.
Wow, that was very impressive. Speaking of very impressive, Dave Blaney now leads the points for the Wood brothers.
Steve Park, though, we also got to watch him up to second place as defending champion Sterling Marlin is now in 3rd. We're here in Texas at Texas Motor Speedway for the Samsung Radio Shack 500. Jeff Gordon leads from the pole with last week's runner-up Bobby Hamilton to his outside. Winston Cup points leader, the 21 of Dave Blaney, in 3rd.
Still a lot of cars going home in these races. Really, we've got to cut down on a number of teams. One team we've heard really struggling is that 4-car Rick Mass. They've missed a lot of races so far.
And here they come to the green flag. Gordon and Hamilton. We are racing in Fort Worth.
Hamilton got a pretty good start there on the outside. I do think the inside will probably prevail for 1 and 2, but he's at least staying even with Jeff. We see there 21 has gotten a single file there, as now Jimmy Johnson, last week's winner, is up for 4th place.
Looks like Gordon's going to get a good push from Dave Blaney there down the backstretch, although look at this. Blaney wants the lead for himself off of turn 4. The Winston Cup points leader is going to race Gordon back to the line, be the first one to get those 5 bonus points today, and extend that lead.
Look at this, last week's winner, Jimmy Johnson, and last week's pole center, Kurt Busch, both rookies coming on through now. We go on board with Johnson. He wants the lead here at Texas.
Johnson absolutely has been the talk of the garage all week. He did not luck into that win at Bristol at all. He just drove up there on speed and is now seen as somebody who can make a lot of noise this year, as he already has.
Look at this, Kurt Busch battling to the inside here. Jimmy Johnson got his teammate Mark Martin behind. Lots of 3-wide action up front here at Texas. This is awesome. High speeds, high banking, and high adrenaline. So NASCAR at its best.
Tony Stewart in that Chip Ganassi Dodge, looking for his 2nd win of the season, is now up to 3rd place. We see 3 wide there for the 4th position between Gordon, Johnson, and Blaney, as now Mark Martin is leading here at Texas. 5 bonus points for him.
Yeah, Mark's another guy I think could contend for this championship this year. We see Johnson got pushed way up the hill there. He's going to be back to about 10th as Jeff Burton works the inside of him. We see Labonte, Hamilton, and others have gotten by him. 3 wide for the 2nd position now as Marlin goes the inside of Gordon off the corner. That's going to allow Martin to continue to lead here in Texas. See a caution light there, and oh yeah, we got a lot of trouble here. Hamilton around, and a lot of trouble in front of the leaders here. Looks like Hamilton is going to be able to get back going. But, oh boy, a lot of cars not going to be getting back going here. Carnage here on the front stretch at Texas. Johnny Benson, what are you doing, man? Did you see uphill? Johnny just plowed right on in there.
Yeah, we're definitely going to want to see the replay on that one. So it looks like Kurt Busch kind of gets into the side of Hamilton, spins him, and then Terry Labonte gets into the back of Busch, and that's when the pileup really starts here. So we go on board with Adam Petty, who did manage to get through this. We see his teammate Todd Bodine did not. Yeah, wow, that was quite the ride that Adam went on there. But lots of good cars out of the race here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, that was, come on, man. Johnny Benson, what are you doing? Go back to the ARCA series. That was ARCA breaks. He just comes in there, here's Johnny, and that's what happened.
You really wanted to say that, didn't you, Chip? Here's Johnny.
Yeah, I guess I did, but it's true. It's what happened. As we see, Mark Martin's going to win the race off pit road here, followed by Sterling Marlin and Bobby Labonte. Mark Martin leads them back to green here at Texas as well.
Good start for Martin. Lots of lap cars there on the inside. See, Sterling Marlin is going to stick right with his back bumper. Sterling has not led yet today, but that may be about to change as he looks to the inside off of turn 2.
He's got a teammate right there, too, Tony Stewart, in the 41. Going to try to push him to the lead. A little teamwork by the Dodgers here in Texas, or maybe not. Looks like Tony wants to lead this race for himself.
We documented earlier in the season how Stewart had led almost all the races to that point, although he was struggling to win. He finally got that done at Darlington a few weeks ago. And it looks like that speed in the 41 continues today. And the question is, can the execution that they found at Darlington also come back today as well? We see Mark Martin now battling 3 wide back to the inside.
Also see there Jeff Burton coming back into view here, and Jimmy Johnson. How about Jimmy? Pretty consistent.
Yeah, that 48 car, we go on board with him as he goes 3 wide there with that 3rd position and follows Burton through to the lead. Probably not a championship threat by any means, because missing the Daytona 500 set that team back quite a bit, but could battle his way back into Rookie of the Year. Remember, there are drop weeks for how they calculate the Rookie of the Year points, so they only count your best 17 races, or actually I believe it's 18 now. Oh, and we got contact. Looks like Burton spins Johnson off his nose. Jason Leffler, another rookie in trouble. Dale Earnhardt Jr. That 71 car there of Dave Marcus' own car of that is Dick Trickle in that car. And look who got through all this, the 21 car of Dave Blaney, our points leader.
Man, this is crazy. So, yeah, once again, just like the Kurt Busch wreck earlier, off of 4, Johnson gets spun off the nose of the 99. 99 mostly gets through this. And then, yeah, just in front of the field. And Jason Leffler, did you go to the Johnny Benson School of Wreck Avoidance? You just plow. Okay, Dale Earnhardt Jr., what are you guys doing? If you put me in one of these cars, I can guarantee you I would have got through that wreck.
Chip, do you need to calm down a little bit during the next commercial break?
I'm just saying, Bill, these people are not need to be out of the race.
Well, I'll tell you who's definitely not out of the race. That 21 car of Dave Blaney, who now leads. New second-place runner there, Kenny Irwin Jr. Yet another one of these mile-and-a-half tracks he has really become known for in the past year. He won at Atlanta earlier this year. He won at Kansas last year. He won at Las Vegas last year. And look who is in 3rd place. That 27 car of Stacy Compton. Barely even made it to Daytona without a sponsor. Sears, new owner of Internet Explorer, has stepped up there as Kenny Irwin Jr. now battling to the inside of that 21 car. He leads the lap here at Texas, and now going through turns 1 and 2, he is clear for the lead.
Yep, as you were saying, Bill, mile and a half, and Kenny Irwin Jr., just something about it. We also see there Dale Earnhardt up to 4th place there, a little further back. He's rebounding after that wreck at Bristol. And look at this, Adam Petty, best run of his career so far, is in 5th place in Texas here, having a great sophomore season, has made almost all the races so far. So yeah, quite the improvement for that 45 team over last year. As he look at that, he just passed Dale. He's in 4th place now. Great job, Adam.
Of course, this track is where he made his Cup debut back in 2002 years ago. And now the 21 car of Dave Blaney gets back to the inside of Kenny Irwin and once again is out front here at Texas.
Been a while for the Wood brothers being in victory lane in points race. Of course, they won the Winston with Michael Waltrip there, but
and look at this. Blaney still leading here at Texas, but 2 teammates from Chip Ganassi Racing might have something to say about that. Tony Stewart and Sterling Marlin coming back into view here. We go on board with Stewart as he closes in on the back bumper of that 21 car.
Yeah, I think Tony really wants to prove that he's here to play this year, and he's going to be in this championship conversation. Well, and really all Chip Ganassi Racing. Because, yeah, we saw Kenny Irwin. He faded a little bit, but he was up there earlier. Sterling Marlin, of course, is back, and Tony. So,
also want to kind of give a little shout out. A couple of those cars you see there further back in the top 5. We've got Joe Nemechek and a much-needed good run there for Jeremy Mayfield today as well, as Tony Stewart looks for the lead, although look at this, Sterling is going to go 3 wide downstairs.
Man, watch out, boys, off of turn 4. Looks like they are going to make it. They're still going to be 3 wide at the line. Sterling gets that lap. But, yeah, I think it's those 3 cars. Yeah, look at this. Jeremy Mayfield, who's actually struggled to make some races this year. Penske Racing South struggled, expanded to 3 cars. But they're having a good run today. Sterling Marlin now sticks on the inside. He is leading here at Texas, although it looks like Blaney has gotten around his teammate, Tony Stewart. So those may be the two cars here to settle it in these closing laps here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Marlin, defending Winston Cup champion, yet to win a race here in 2002, would like to get that monkey off his back. His teammate Tony Stewart looks to the inside. Are we going to be 3 wide again or just 2 wide?
I think just 2 wide for now. Looks like Tony's going to get to the inside of 21 there. Going on board him off the corner. That's going to momentarily slow him up as Sterling's now single file for the lead. But the question is, can Sterling get down here in 1 and 2? Or Tony's going to slide up in here. He really drives it in deep. Looks like he's going to be to the inside of Sterling off the corner. And ready to battle it out for the lead here. The question is, how does the 21 car regroup here?
Stewart now drives it in deep once again in turns 3 and 4. Marlin takes the high line. Looks like Stewart is going to be clear off of turns 3 and 4. He leads here at Texas once again. Now the 21 goes to battle with the 40. Man, he really drove it in deep there. Oh, there's almost contact. And now here he comes up on the back bumper of Stewart. Dave Blaney is in his 3rd season in the Winston Cup Series, has never won a race. This is his first with Wood Brothers Racing. Had a couple of pretty good years with Bill Davis Racing the past 2 seasons. But now he looks to the inside of Tony Stewart, hoping to perhaps get his maiden victory today. White flag in the air. The 41 and the 21 here to settle it. Looks like Blaney gets the advantage through turns 1 and 2. He is single file. Stewart is fading a little bit and is coming into the clutches of his teammate Sterling Marlin. That is exactly what Blaney wants to see.
Come on, Blaney, you got it. That'd be great to see the Wood Brothers back in victory lane.
Dave Blaney coming off a turn 4. He is going to be the 2nd first-time winner in 2 weeks. Dave Blaney and the Wood Brothers win in the Samsung Radio Shack 500 here at Texas Motor Speedway, expanding his points lead in the Winston Cup.
Man, that is awesome. It's just great to see the Wood Brothers back in this. See, Sterling's up to 2nd place in points, Mark to 3rd. Steve Park stays up there in 4th place. Dale Earnhardt, too, good run for him today, back on the screen there in 7th place.
Martinsville, Virginia is the site of the 8th race of the 2002 NASCAR Winston Cup Series season, the Virginia 500. Today's field is led by Winston Cup points leader and last week's winner, Dave Blaney, with Jeff Gordon to his outside. We also see Jimmy Johnson, last winner on a short track, starting in 3rd. Lots of drivers going home today, including Kevin Harvick, as that team struggles to get high enough on owner points to get the provisionals each week. We also see that 4 car of Rick Mast going home once again. We do hear that team is at risk of shutting down.
Yeah, certainly a storyline to watch. There's just been so many teams trying to go full-time this year that somebody's got to shut down. I'll tell you who's not in any risk of shutting down, that Wood Brothers 21 car. They've been awesome the last few weeks. He leads the field to green.
Gordon on the outside there got a decent start as they work their way through turns 1 and 2 for the first time, although, as you see there, Chip, that outside line here at Martinsville just does not work very well.
Yeah, there's not much you can do for starting up there. You see Gordon's teammate, Jimmy Johnson, coming there to the inside, trying to get 2nd place as Blaney leads that first lap. And another rookie there behind Jimmy Johnson, Kurt Busch, is making his way up through there as well.
And that's an important note, of course, with Kevin Harvick failing to qualify, that once again, Rookie of the Year is based on your best 18 starts of the year. So even if you miss a few races, Harvick could still be in contention for that award. Blaney still leading here at Martinsville. Kurt Busch now up to 2nd place. He's had 3 poles so far in 2002, but has not yet won a race. Can he change that?
Yeah, that would certainly be impressive for Kurt. He's shown speed. He just needs to get the racecraft together. See, he gets up the outside there. Actually, he's going to make the pass on the outside as Blaney went a little too low there through the corner, got stuck in the grass. New leader here at Martinsville, the 60 of Kurt Busch.
Yeah, Kurt certainly has shown a knack for these short tracks so far. Had a great run at Bristol earlier this year. And now he's leading here at Martinsville. You see Tony Stewart in that 41 car is up to 3rd place. Jimmy Johnson back there in 4th. We look back at Tony now, say Tony Stewart is had a pretty good start to the year with Chip Ganassi Racing, has already won a race, but certainly would like to win another one.
Yeah, Tony, I guess kind of like Kurt, showing a lot of raw speed, but just needs to put full races to go.
Trouble here in turn 4. Jeff Burton spins. That will bring out the caution as Kurt Busch had started to work his way through lap traffic. You see he got around Ricky Rudd there and was about to lap Matt Kenseth.
Yeah, that's a big break for the 31 car there, although too bad for Rudd as here comes Kurt down pit road. We expect most of the leaders are going to be coming in right now.
A good little breather here mid-race for the teams to put some Goodyear tires and 76 racing fuel in these cars and see if they can make adjustments. We see Jimmy Johnson there is up to second place now with Blaney back to third place, so two rookies leading the field here at Martinsville.
Yeah, and those are the same two rookies that led most of the Bristol race, so both these guys great short track racers.
See the 60 is in his pit box now. Here comes the 48 as the 21 and the 41 make their way around the corner as well. This long curved pit road here at Martinsville.
Here comes Jeff Gordon, the 24 car, into his box. You know, he led a lot of the early part of this race, or didn't lead, but he was up front as Kurt now is out of his box, and here comes Johnson as well.
Kurt Busch leads them back to the restart here. The 14 car, Mike Skinner on his inside. Another lap car there. Elliott Sadler, who used to drive the 21 car there in third place until last year, is right behind Skinner. As Busch has not yet gotten to the inside, but Jimmy Johnson in second has. That's going to be something to watch here as they complete this first lap back under green. Busch still side by side with Skinner. You have to wonder, should he just let Skinner go?
Yeah, I mean, he could, but there's not really a hole on the bottom for him to jump down in with Elliott Sadler right there behind him. I think he's just got to kind of try to fight him off for a while.
Off of turn 4, looks like there may be an opening now for Busch. Is he going to take it as they go into turns 1 and 2? No.
What is he doing, man? Come on, Kurt, get back to the inside. Don't battle that 14 car.
And Busch does finally get in line here down the backstretch. So he is safely back out front once again, although Johnson... Busch once again stuck on the outside here. That 94 car of Elliott Sadler has gotten to his inside, and that may allow Jimmy Johnson to reel him in here.
Don't look now, there's a third car coming into the mix. That 6 car, Mark Martin, been quietly consistent all year. See him going to the inside of the 84, Shauna Robinson. He's going to be in this battle pretty soon.
Now Johnson looking to the inside of Busch as the 94 has cleared the 60. As they head down the backstretch, is there room for Busch to pull down in front of Johnson? Not this time. They're going to be side by side through turns 3 and 4.
Looks like Jimmy's going to have the advantage here, and he's going to lead his first lap of the day here. Say, can he go 2 in a row on the short tracks to start 2002 in his rookie campaign? That would be quite impressive.
He's not clear yet. Busch still to his outside as we see Martin continuing to close in just one lap car, the 96 of Robbie Gordon, between him and the leaders.
That 96 car, though, has allowed Johnson to pull away a little bit.
Coming back to 2 laps to go here, Jimmy Johnson has a massive lead now. Several lap cars between him and second place. He pulls away now. We look back as Mark Martin is now that second place runner. Third place is the 21 of Dave Blaney, although Tony Stewart takes a look to his inside. White flag in the air as Jimmy Johnson looks to win for the second time in just his 11th start.
Yeah, that would be quite the start to this kid's career. I mean, he missed the Daytona 500. That certainly set him back a little bit, but, man, he is rolling right now.
Off of turn 4, Jimmy Johnson is going to win here at Martinsville and get a grandfather clock in just his 11th Winston Cup start.
Yeah, that is Martinsville, a tough place to win. You see, Blaney continues to lead the points, so Mark Martin, that strong second place run, puts him up to second in the standings. Watch out for him.
Welcome to Talladega Superspeedway for the 2002 Aaron's 499. Mark Martin will lead this field. Today he's up to second in Winston Cup points with Tony Stewart to his outside. 2 teammates in the second row there. Martin's teammate Jeff Burton with Kenny Irwin Jr. there starting on the second row. Also today, Robert Presley is making his first start of the year in a third car for Everham Motorsports. Say BAM Racing, his regular team shut down, but he is competing full-time in the Truck Series. Lots of cars failing to qualify today, including John Andretti trying to make a one-off start for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated.
Yeah, and we are hearing that will be the end of that 4-team Rick Mass there.
And here they come to the line. Mark Martin and Tony Stewart. Looks like Martin got a better jump, although they are all just 2 by 2, 22 rows deep here at Talladega.
Martin getting a good push right now from his teammate Jeff Burton there. That's really going to push him out front. As we see 2 more of their manufacturer teammates here, the 21 of Dave Blaney and the 60 Kurt Busch working behind them, although it looks like Burton now is going to the inside. He wants to lead this thing.
Looks like he's going to get hung out to dry there, though, as Blaney is going to follow Martin on the outside, and Burton does not have any drafting help right now.
I'll tell you who's coming up pretty quick, that 40 car, Sterling Marlin. Watch out on the inside. He decides to jump up to that second line there. Is now the 5 car, Terry Labonte, and the 97 of Greg Biffle are on the inside.
Looks like Martin is going to lead this first lap as Marlin pushes Burton there on that second lane. Meanwhile, on the bottom, Biffle and Labonte continue to push their way up. And defending Talladega winner Ward Burton there, he is up to third in line on the inside as well.
Don't count out old Michael Waltrip. Oh, we got a trouble here. The 6 car, Mark Martin, is blown up in front of the field. That's really going to split up this pack quite a bit. Looks like, man, he barely made it to the inside there in front of Robert Presley. But he is going to do that. And, yeah, man, tough break for Mark. And now that's going to put Terry Labonte out front here at Talladega. And this smaller pack should be able to pull away a little bit from all those leaders or all the other cars way back there. Looks like we got a 7 car breakaway here due to Mark Martin blowing up here at Talladega.
That 7 car breakaway still out front, but we've got caution on the racetrack. Ooh, a massive wreck here in turn 4. Looks like we got 2 cars upside down, the 27 of Compton and the 2 of Rusty Wallace. Terry Labonte will win the race back to the caution, but let's see what happened here.
Typical, boys, you just cannot go 4 wide at Talladega. They got to put me out there. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, that certainly did not end well, did it, Chip? So yeah, the 27 goes for a long ride on his roof, and it looks like the 2 car, as you can see there in the bottom right, almost stays on his 4 wheels, but then gets hit by Matt Kenseth in the 31, and that sends Rusty Wallace tumbling. We go on board here with Kevin Harvick in the 30, who managed to get through all this, although that was quite the frightening view in front of him.
Yeah, you never want to see a car on its roof in front of you, but yeah, good job on Kevin. Heads up driving. That looks like a veteran move right there to get through that wreck.
Single file back to the green here. Terry Labonte leads with Biffle in second and Biffle's teammate Burton in third. And just like on the initial start, Burton is the first one to make a move.
Yeah, Jeff Burton, you know, it's been over a year since he won a Winston Cup race, Texas last year. I think he's feeling hungry today as he jumps around his teammate there for second place and is looking for more as he gets next to Terry Labonte for first.
He's got help on the inside there from Michael Waltrip. We see 3 wide, potentially starting back there with the 91 of Robert Presley. 2 rookies there running in the top 10 right now. Kurt Busch followed by Jason Leffler in the 20, as Jeff Gordon now is also creeping into view.
Yeah, it looks like Jason takes a look at the inside there, but they're going to be 2 by 2. Gordon, the first one now, 3 wide. And now Ward Burton makes a bold move there to the middle as his brother Jeff leads them back to the line here at Talladega.
That crash has not tamed them down at all, has it, Chip? As they're 3 wide throughout the pack, potentially 4 wide here as both Kurt Busch and Jeff Gordon take a look to the inside of Michael Waltrip there.
Yeah, they thought better of that, probably smart after what we just saw there. We see Jeff's got help now from his teammate, Jimmy Johnson, who's won 2 out of the last 3 races. As now their other teammate, Terry Labonte, dives to the inside of Jeff Burton, and he wants to lead back here at Talladega.
Yeah, Labonte seems to be on a bit of a career resurgence right now. He won 2 races last year, the first time he's won multiple races in a while, and the 1996 champion appears to be getting back into it here as he leads them to the line at Talladega, though he's going to swap places again with Jeff Burton, it appears, as Jeff Burton drops down to the inside. It really is impressive, Chip, these cars can just get a run on their own and drive all the way up to the lead.
Yeah, although Jeff Burton's not on his own this time, he's got help from his teammate Greg Biffle. As you saw, they did go 4 wide there for a second with Jimmy Johnson and those guys. And now Biffle wants to go to the lead for himself.
Biffle, yes, hanging his teammate out to dry as now Jeff Gordon, Bobby Hamilton, and Jimmy Johnson creep into view as well.
Hamilton going to take them 3 wide here through turns 3 and 4. That 92 car, haven't talked about him a whole lot this year, but he's been mighty consistent so far. And, he could be a winner as well. That was a daring move by Terry to go top to bottom downstairs. Now Jimmy's going to take up 4 wide. And Burton leads them at the line here, but here comes 2 Hendrick teammates, Terry Labonte, Jimmy Johnson.
And now the 48 looking for the lead here at Talladega. Could he go 3 for 4 today? That would be very impressive for the young rookie.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson, like we said a couple weeks ago, he's only won 1 Busch race, and now he's tearing it up here in the Winston Cup Series. That's awesome.
That bottom lane now led by Johnny Benson, who takes them 4 wide briefly with Hamilton, Gordon, and Marlin. Benson, one of the guys in the field who has never won a Winston Cup race.
Yeah, I'm sure he would like to win one, although they're going to have to get through that 48 car. As look at this, Earnhardt Jr. now goes to the inside. He's going to take up 4 wide. Of course, he won Daytona last summer, and so he's good at these restrictor plate racetracks. See Kenny Irwin behind him, and 4 wide into turns 1 and 2. Johnson trying to defend those top 2 lines as Irwin, Earnhardt, and Stewart go by on the bottom. Stewart 4 wide now with Johnson, Benson, Biffle. This is crazy here at Talladega today.
Now we are 3 wide for the lead. Stewart hangs his teammate Irwin out to dry as Earnhardt Jr. goes up to that high line to lead the pack here at Talladega. Oh, and we got contact behind him. Johnson, Benson, Biffle, Terry Labonte. Lots of cars in this crash. Ooh, that 23 of Buckshot Jones gets into him hard. As now we watch the race back to the caution here, it looks like Kenny Irwin got around Dale Earnhardt Jr. for the lead. NASCAR's most popular driver is going to lead them back to the stripe.
Yeah, that was a good heads-up move by Irwin, but somebody was not heads up in the pack here. Oh, come on, boys. 4 wide into turn 3 is a recipe for disaster. Look at this. You got the 48 cars done, probably. Some damage on the 99, the 5. All the cars have been up front all day, all torn up because some idiot went 4 wide. Yeah, look at that. And Buckshot Jones went to the Jason Leffler School of ARCA brakes right there.
Chip, you need to take a breather here next commercial break.
Hey, they're wrecking lots of expensive race cars. There's no reason for it.
Well, Kenny Irwin has not wrecked his race car today. He's having a great run right now, and it looks like his teammate Tony Stewart there was trying to follow him through to second place. And their corporate teammate Bobby Hamilton there in the 92 is also up there now. He's working on Earnhardt Jr. on the inside for second.
And look now, making his first start of the year, that 91 car, Robert Presley. He's got some good experience drafting the trucks this year. He's running top 5. And look at this, too, the 16 car, Kevin LePage, looking for his first Winston Cup win going to the inside here. What an upset that would be. Hank Aaron Motorsports, Kevin LePage, as he comes to the inside of the 42. And it's going to be close coming back to the stripe here at Talladega between the 42 and the 16. Let's see who gets there.
Looks like it was the 42 that time by, but this 16 is certainly turning into a formidable opponent here in the closing stages of this race. Another driver looking for his first Winston Cup win, Mike Skinner in that 14 car on the inside. So you've got Kevin LePage and Mike Skinner, both 2 somewhat tenured veterans of this series looking for their first career wins. As here comes that 91 car of Robert Presley, also looking for a first victory. And it looks like Irwin is having an issue now. Not blowing up like Martin, it seems, but flat tire we're hearing. And that is going to split up this pack immensely. And that's going to allow 3 underdogs there. The 91 car of Presley. And look at this. It's the day of the underdogs. Robert Presley in second place. Kevin LePage leading here at Talladega. That 7 car of Ted Musgrave and also the 14 of Mike Skinner all up here. But Tony Stewart and Dale Earnhardt Jr. are looking to crash their party.
Yeah, those two red cars coming on the inside there. Although I tell you what, that 16 car, he's been holding court out front for a while now, doing pretty good. Here comes Tony to the inside with help from Musgrave. Is Musgrave going to follow his Dodge teammate, or is Tony going to stick with them here? Or is he going to push Tony? Looks like Musgrave tried to stay the inside there, and that's going to cost him. As here we go, white flag in the air. LePage leading at the line.
What an upset that would be. Kevin LePage getting help from part-time driver Robert Presley. Meanwhile, on the inside, also two drivers that have never won a Winston Cup race, Ted Musgrave and Ricky Craven. Tony Stewart already has a victory this year. He has 12 wins in the prior 3 seasons. Who will win? David versus Goliath here at Talladega.
I don't know. It's really just going to come down to who can get a better push. That 7 car on the inside could affect the draft here a little bit. Looks like coming off a 4, Tony's got the advantage. Remember, the finish line is all the way down towards turn 1.
They head through the tri-oval. Will LePage be able to get one last push? Earnhardt Jr. pulls out of the line. That could hurt Stewart, but I don't think there's going to be enough time. Tony Stewart, he wins the Aaron's 499, his second victory with new team Chip Ganassi Racing, and oh so close for Kevin LePage.
And Dave Blaney continues to lead his points, but just by 79 points now over Tony Stewart. Lots of Dodge up there. Stewart, Marlin, Bobby Hamilton in 4th, Kenny Irwin Jr., first Chevrolet, Steve Park in 8th place, and no Pontiacs on the board.